We're not started yet. We're going to start in just a moment. But everybody should have one of these crazy charts of random numbers. And if you would, just put that aside for a moment. We're going to look at it in a few minutes. And Mark, you tell me when to start. We ready? Okay, we'll go ahead and start. My name is Bill Williams, and this is about Chaos, a new map for traders. Have a lot of material to share with you. If I get to talking too fast, which I have a tendency to do, just raise your hand and tell me to slow down, this kind of thing. First of all, what we want to accomplish in this 90 minutes is I'd like to share with you some of our research and some of the underpinnings of Chaos. And more than that, I'd like to share with you how it works in the market. If you're interested in the actual research, which is very laborious and very detailed and very boring for most people, we'll be happy to share it with you, but there just isn't time to share that with you here. So I think it'd be more beneficial, and I hope you agree, to share some techniques of how it's used in the market as opposed to how we came to where we are. First thing I'd like you to do is just look up there and tell me what you see on the first two lines up there. Ambivalence, okay? Most people who look at that, the vast majority of people who look at that, say that opportunity is nowhere. Every now and then you'll find somebody who says, no, it doesn't say that at all. It says opportunity is now here. And the point is that the stimulus does not make the difference. The thing that makes the difference is the programming that has been done that you're unconscious of. And the programming is another way of saying your paradigm. And your paradigm is the way that you look at the market, the way you look at yourself, and the way that you look at everything. It's the glasses that you look through. For example, if you could take 3 different pictures of my body. You could take a Polaroid picture, it would show you one thing. You could take an X-ray picture, it would show you something very different. Or you could take an infrared picture, and it would show you still another difference. So the difference is not my body, but the difference is what you're using to photograph it with. And the same thing is true with the market. And the theory of chaos, or the science of chaos, gives us a interestingly new and profitable map to look at this. Now, first of all, chaos is not new. Chaos, the 15th century mathematicians were talking about chaos. I bought my first book that had the name Chaos in it in 1967. But it was only about the middle of the 70s with the Cray super mainframes that we got to the point where we could handle the nonlinear feedback calculus. And that's where chaos came in. It is effective. It is proven effective both for us personally and for other people who are using it. This is a reprint out of Futures magazine, the December issue. There were 2 guys who got together, Charles Parker in Houston, Texas. Charles Parker, who was an attorney, and a computer guy by the name of Steve Winland. And they started a fund, an offshore fund, last year. And in the December issue of Futures magazine, they were ranked #1. Now, in the current issue of Futures magazine, if you got one out there or if you subscribe, if you look at this same page, they are #1 this month, which makes me very happy because they're using chaos. Now, let's look at a couple of things that I think are very important. And, oh, here it is. And that's what we started talking about at lunch today, and that is that we have an interesting setup here. And the setup is that you are in the top 10 percentile of intelligence. Low intelligence people aren't attracted to trading commodities. And the second thing is that most of you in here, probably all of you in here, have been very successful at other things. So put those 2 things together and you come out with 90% losers. Now, if you're a plastic surgeon and you lose 90% of your patients, you're not going to be in business long. And notice that whenever you talk to, I don't know if we have any medical people in here or not, but I have a lot of friends who are in medicine, and my wife used to be on staff at the teaching hospital, University of Miami Med School. But, you know, doctors, one of the interesting things about professionalism is that the higher up you go in the ladder, the more ways you can pass the buck. So a doctor never says, I killed my patient. You never hear them say that. I've only heard one say that. What the doctor says is the patient went bad. It wasn't my fault. You know, they lost the will to live.